What's up, people? So I got a subject I want to talk about before the sun goes down, and I guess it's relevant. I mean, I know it's relevant. It's the New World Order agenda. It's what the Illuminati has planned for this entire planet. A lot of people might think that's just made up shit, but it's totally not. It's fucking 100% fucking obvious at this point. You know, if you think about planet Earth in context of like the cosmos and everything, it's like we're just one planet out of the whole big thing, right? There's a lot of other planets, a lot of other solar systems, a lot of galaxies and stuff. And so our drama here on planet Earth is just, just this planet. You know, there could be shit happening beyond this planet that's like we don't even know about. And could be things that are happening that are affecting us. It could be aliens. The aliens could be coming and fucking doing shit and fucking with governments and whatever. Who knows? There's crop circles all the time. There's people that say they've seen aliens. People say they've been abducted, stuff like that. There's accounts of people who are in the government saying that they've talked to aliens. I don't know if that's the government just saying that shit just so they can, misinform people and use that in one way or another. But it's just this planet. So this New World Order agenda is really what I call like the human drama. It's like what's happening on planet Earth with mankind. And I mean, even though it's what I call the human drama, it's like I can still, like, I'm out in this chilled out place right now. It's like I don't even really got to deal with that shit right now because I'm just like out here in the middle of nowhere, really. And it's relevant when you're all fucking when I'm on the internet and stuff and I'm reading everything that everybody's fucking talking about politically and stuff. It's relevant. I'm not gonna say it's not because I am a human. But at the same time, I see how like these animals exist, and they just like the birds. They fly wherever the fuck they want. They don't follow rules. They don't read the signs, and they still just exist and do whatever. At the end of the day, that's what this is all about. Just we're living, existing, and the drama on planet Earth is just kind of just that. It's just what's happening on planet Earth. But anyway, so there's this thing called the New World Order agenda, and the Illuminati or whatever you want to call them. They got plans for what they want to do. Because really, at the end of the day, they're already governing the planet. They already own the media. They brainwash people for the most part. As much as we have democracy, they really kind of suggest things in regards to democracy, and they kind of lead people into making certain decisions. So it's like, sure, there's democracy, but it's really kind of like a controlled democracy. And the media is controlled, the dialogue is controlled, the narrative, whatever you want to call it. Media is powerful. It can tell lies about anything, and honestly, that's the way I say that the world's governed for the most part is through lies. That's just how it goes, dude. Like weapons of mass destruction. There's no weapons of mass destruction, but just a lie can get people to go do crazy stuff. They tell you there's aliens and there's not. You're like, oh my gosh, aliens, and they say, don't worry, just do what we tell you. Same shit. They tell you this is this and that's that. It's just lies, 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 lies. That's how the world's governed. So. Considering that, these people control the media and they have like the outlet to lie as much as they want to, they already govern this shit by doing so. And weapons of mass destruction, nope, no weapons, that was a lie. Aliens, that might be a lie too. Like I said, like there's been accounts of people in the government saying, yeah, we've already got in contact with aliens, but that could just be bullshit. That could just be, telling us that, so later on they're gonna tell us, oh, aliens are super spooky and scary, and we have to like take away all your rights so we can protect you against that shit. Who knows what the fuck they might want to use that lie for, whatever lie it could be, any type of lie. Lies, 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 lies. That's how people are governed. Fear, lies, and fear, and whatever. And they lie about everything. They lie about stuff that's not even there. They say weapons of mass destruction. They lie about. They'll tell you all types of shit. They basically could lie about anything that you don't know about yourself. Like, you don't know it's in outer space. They can lie about everything out there. Say aliens, crazy stuff, dangerous, spooky. Like if you've never been to some place, I could lie to you and say it's dangerous over there. Don't go there. You might die. This and that. I gotta make up stuff and scare you. And you'll be like, okay, change your behavior. Lies. Well, lies are how people are governed. People need to understand that. But anyway, so the world's already governed in that way, through lies, through media and stuff. And so this Illuminati, the people who control everything, they got plans and they understand their own power. And not only do they lie, but they also control the monetary system, banking system. the fucking whole economy. They've pretty much consolidated all the wealth. They already own everything. For the most part, they got holding companies and they just buy up like entire companies. Like they buy stocks of certain companies and they consolidate a whole crap load of wealth. And politicians, they can promote whichever politicians they want for the most part. It's very networked and controlled for the most part. And they got weird stuff like Bilderberg Group, CFR. I don't even know what all that stuff is. Trilateral Commission. I don't even know what the deal is with all that stuff. But as far as I can tell, they're very networked and they, kind of govern this whole thing out here. And they promote stuff. They change the culture by promoting stuff. They change, they corrupt people to keep people as divided and stupid and messed up as possible. And because they're easy to govern like that, people are fucking retarded. And of course, you can just do whatever you want. Nobody's gonna know any better. So they have not just a divide and conquer agenda, but like a keep people divided, so you can keep them conquered, but also keep people retarded, so you can conquer them agenda. And I know that, and I don't know, it just is what it is. So beyond that, though, what these people have planned is like a massive surveillance state in the entire world. And right now, China is already kind of seeing glimpses of that with what they call the social points program. And they have, limits on the freedom of speech. You can only say certain things. If you say the wrong thing, it's going to like deduct points off your, your fucking profile or something. And they like limit your freedom even more. It's a totalitarian thing they got going on. And they got facial recognition cameras all over the city. So like if you're wanted for any reason, they can like track you instantly. They got like supercomputers that like scan all that shit and AI that will recognize your shit. And that's just like a prototype. It's not even like the real deal. Like what they want to do is they want to get rid of physical money and make it digital, so they can like remotely control it, like cut off your account and then you have no money, no access to your money, no nothing. They can blacklist you, have profiles on everybody and like blacklist you, so you can't even like do anything. They want everything like digital and controlled like style, so where like you have to have like some type of, if like they don't like you, they can just cut off your account and then you're not even able to do anything. Like and I hear they want to microchip people with GPS little things, little microchips, and basically track everybody everywhere they go. And I hear that's what this 5G network they're coming out with is for, is to kind of track the movement of everybody and everything. And it's just part of that control system. And it's so in China there, they got like a prototype going with the social points program and the facial recognition. In the United States, they already got data on everybody through your cell phones. Like you got your Android account, your Google account, you got your Facebook account, and like you got an Android phone. Apple has already been caught. I don't know if they've been caught, but it's been revealed that Apple has been giving data away. Facebook too, Google I think maybe, I don't even know, but it's all collecting data. And for instance, my Google phone, it knows everything. As GPS, knows where I go. As front-facing camera, sees me all the time. Microphones, and I allow these apps to like access all that stuff all the time. Has my contacts, my text messages, phone calls. It can record that shit if it wants to. My Google search history, my Facebook account with all my extended network, all the things I like on Facebook, things I read about, my interests, all that stuff, dude. They got profiles on everybody. That's why they ask for your real name and all that stuff, because they really want to have it associated, and they got it all linked up. If you got an account with this thing, with this email address, and same email address, they got it all linked up. They can track it down if they want to. And so they got profiles on everybody, and they really want to control this whole fucking thing, like totally, as much as possible. And really they want to create like a totalitarian fucking state, surveillance state, and anybody that like dares to like speak up against that shit, like fucking whatever, those are like the people they don't like. So they'll either cut off their account or they'll get rid of them. There's so much to this. Honestly, the sun's going down pretty quickly, but that's only part of the plan. And like I said, lies are how they govern people. You got the war on terror. Now that's a whole nother subject. That's like one of their favorite things to use is the war on terror, because There's a thing called Operation Northwoods where the United States government admitted that it was going to literally kill United States citizens and blame it on Cuba to start a war. And, we had Pearl Harbor. Some say that was what they call a false flag attack, something similar. I mean, the war on terror is the same thing. Like, for instance, Americans still have guns. If they don't want people to have guns, what can they do? They can, create a situation where guns are used in a dangerous way and then be like, hey, we need to limit people's access to guns. You know what I mean? It's create the problem, sell the solution type thing. And so you see that happening all the time. And the war on terror thing, like if they don't like certain people, they can basically frame whoever the fuck they want. And they actually pass laws to try to make that legalized. They have a thing called the National Defense Authorization Act here in America, and they basically say that they can arrest anybody they want if they're a suspected terrorist, and without a trial, and then hold them indefinitely, meaning like forever if they want to, and with no trial. So basically, they could just claim they have evidence about something without showing anybody, and arrest anybody. Just say they're terrorists or associated with terrorism or something. And they already passed that as law. That was like 2012 they did that. And so like I said, if they don't like certain people, what are they going to do? They're going to frame them, call them a terrorist, associate them with something. Just frame them. They could literally just do something crazy and blame it on somebody that they don't like, simple. It's their favorite tool, this war on terror. It's a big fake show. It's like false flag attack everywhere you look, you know what I mean? Like, it's lies. It's just more lies. That's how people are governed. And that's what they want to do is, create all this chaos and stuff to, take away freedom more and more and control it more and more, more surveillance, whatever, make it chaotic. So everybody's like, oh my gosh, please, like, make it stop. I want to be safe. And they're like, okay, well, here's what we're going to do to make it safe. We're going to put cameras everywhere, limit your freedoms on everything. We're going to say nobody can have guns, nobody can do anything. And everybody's like, okay, that's fine. If you know that they're the ones who are creating all the chaos, then you're like, you know better, you're not going to fall for their trickery. But that's how the world's really governed. And so the Illuminati or whatever, they have this whole like plan for the entire world, and what people generally refer to as the New World Order agenda. And China is just like has like a little, like it's in the first stage of creating like that kind of really the lockdown surveillance type thing, the like smart grid, whatever you want to call it. I mean, they're already setting up the framework for that here in America with the 5G and stuff. And like I said, they already have profiles on everybody, and they already got the laws passed for the fake terroristic crap. And then more and more, they're getting on people. Like if you say the wrong thing, they're trying to they're twisting up words. Like if you say like for instance, when I was young, we used to say like that's gay, like just because we were just calling something gay because it was what we called it. And now people say, oh, that's gay. They're like, oh, you're a homophobe. It's like, it's not even what I meant. I just meant it's gay because it's how I use it as slang. If I say that's retarded, they're like, oh, you're talking about retarded people. No, I'm just calling it retarded because that's just some slang we use. And there's all this stuff where people are twisting up words, and they're started to more and more try to claim that that's that's evidence that you're some type of radical or whatever. So if I say, fuck the government, they're gonna be like, oh, that's a terroristic threat, you know what I mean? It's like, no, bro, it's fuck totalitarian fucking crazy shit, you know what I mean? And they're trying to, crack down on freedom of speech more and more. And that's, part of, kind of getting rid of the people they don't like, or trying to really demonize the people they don't like. And what I hear is that they want to depopulate the whole planet, just to have a small population that they can control, a bunch of dummies, really. Just workers, and they want to just have these workers, working in their factories, whatever, while they just sit back and enjoy all the fucking, reap the benefits. I mean, that intrinsically is fucked up because the people who are running shit, the Illuminati, they never did shit but manipulate, while all these workers, have been inventing shit over the years, hell no. They don't deserve nothing. But that's their plans, man. They think everybody's stupid and they're just taking advantage of everybody. They're manipulating the culture and all that stuff. And so I hear they want to depopulate people, and I hear 5G might actually be something that plays a part in that with radioactivity, like cancers and shit, like so much, don't know, just millimeter wave actions, like mixing up your DNA and stuff. But also here they might have like bioweapons. I hear, here's another thing, they could crash the economy because they control the entire economy. They could crash it, everybody be starving, and then when people are starving, they might protest. If they protest, they can kind of incite riots and stuff, and then, they can kind of do whatever they want at that point. If they incite riots, then they're going to be like, okay, well, let's roll in. They got the police being militarized and stuff, getting all this like SWAT shit, And so if they incite riots, you know what I mean, that'll be the excuse to use all that fucking police force, whatever, military shit. And, they'll make sure that those people are well fed, right? And, but everybody else starving out there, they'll fucking say, sick them, they'll keep those, weaponized police, well fed, and they'll do whatever the fuck they're told for the most part. I don't know that, but, I don't know. It depends on people's character, but, they already have, kind of armed, got these police kind of used to doing all that stuff. Like, they're freaking breaking up people's houses and all types of stuff like that. And, so if they crash the economy and people are starving and they start to protest and then they turn that into riots, that's the perfect excuse to start using all that, extreme militarized stuff. And that's the perfect time to kind of, frame people and try to get rid of people they don't like, And they're planning on something like that, man. And I'm like 100% sure of this. I see it. To me, it's just obvious. There's just kind of just a certain level of awareness. And so that's another way they could do it. They can also use bioweapons. They fucking have already manufactured all types of stuff, disease-wise, and they could target specific parts of the population and stuff. And if they want to get rid of certain people, fucking shit, they could just spread disease like crazy, and that'd be a whole nother thing. People say, oh, you gotta quarantine everybody and lock everybody down, and oh, look, they can say that you have a disease, and now they gotta take you and lock you up, and oh, we gotta kill them because they could contaminate everybody or something. We gotta keep them locked up, or they could do some crazy shit like that. And they keep showing us that shit in movies too, like shit with like zombies and shit. That shit's it's the same shit. It's like fucking diseased people walking around, and they've been showing us stuff in movies all the time, so like we get these scenarios in our brain, so it's like we're kind of used to that stuff. Like they'll show you zombies, they'll show you fucking militarized police and shit, they'll show you all that shit, dude. I hear also they want to use robots, AI technology with robots and drones and shit, and fucking all types of shit like that. I hear I hear a lot of shit. I hear they got like weapons fucking on satellites where they can fucking like fucking shoot shit down, like for real. I hear they got all types of shit. From what I understand, from what some people say, they say these Illuminati people, they got like a breakaway civilization with technology that's at least like 50 years advanced of what like most of the population has. And it's like, people have talked about how they already got like reverse engineered UFOs that can like travel through fucking space at like fucking hyperspeed and shit, and all types of shit like that. And so I'm not even tripping if they really got some fucking like laser beam shit. Like, I'm not even gonna be surprised. And honestly, like, if you look at the economy of the world, like, the world was kicking ass back in the Industrial Revolution, and all of a sudden World War I was started, and that kind of just fucked it all up. And ever since, it's just been war. And like the real progress in the world has been for military endeavors, as opposed to like things for the general populace. Free market type progression. It's all fucking war efforts, and the war machines were advanced instead of fucking technology that helps people. That's why we're still using like fossil fuels and stuff. There's been technology that could replace all that stuff a long time ago, but the economy, the world progress was sabotaged and kind of fucked over by war, but also just economic manipulation and stuff. And so it all points to the same thing, man. And the writings on the wall, like I said, it's kind of what I call the human drama. It's just this planet, the human race. There could be shit beyond the human race that's going on, aliens, space, all that stuff. I don't really know. A lot of people want to talk about the Bible and Christianity and talk about the mark of the beast. That's what the microchip is and stuff like that. And I'm not even going to write that off because I don't know. I don't know what's going on with all that. But what I do see is what's going on. And like I said, it's relatively obvious to me, some simple foresight type stuff. And I'm just kind of trying to speak up on it because it don't look like it's going to be that fun. And honestly, I don't know if this is like a biblical thing, you know what I mean? Like, what if it's not? And what if we have a chance to like save ourselves? Like to fix this whole thing. Like if that's the case, then I see our best bet, is to talk about it, and kind of call it out before it happens and try to unravel any fucking plans. And so that's really what this is, I guess. Like I said, China already has like a prototype going. That's like China makes up like a fifth of the world's population, almost a sixth or something like that. And that's a fucking lot of people. That's a big chunk of the world already kind of on this lockdown surveillance grid thing, and they're plotting on it for the whole world, man. And it ain't gonna be fun if it goes down, I'm telling you. And a lot of people just ignorant, just do. And I'm like, y'all ain't paying attention, man. And I don't know. So I don't know if it's biblical. I don't know if it's aliens involved coming in playing a part. I don't know if it's just humans doing some stuff. But either way, I can see what's going on. And if there's a chance to do something about it, I think our best bet is to just talk about it more and more and try to unravel these plans before they happen, because they really do stuff in secret a lot. And it's always under the guise of something else. It's always like, oh yeah, get your GPS tracking device where we can follow you and kind of see everything you're doing, because it's super cool, it's hip, so it's always under some different guise. Like they talk you into it. They it's all lies, false narrative type stuff, and for your safety or because it's cool. It's like, oh, it's gonna be cool to get a microchip, yay, it's gonna be hipster. Like, it's not cool, bro. Like, I'm gonna track you everywhere, you know what I mean? So they always do stuff in secret. So if we can kind of call that out before it happens, then hopefully, it'll just kind of stall it, or maybe wisen people up to it, so they're not just like stupidly going along with stupid crap thinking because it's think it's cool or something. I'm telling you, that's how they do it, man. They constantly are lying to people and getting people thinking, oh yeah, it's cool to get a microchip and be tracked everywhere you go. It's awesome. And so that being said, man, that's just something I want to speak up on, and I figured it'd be good to speak up on it, because if there's a chance, I think our best chance is to talk about it more and more. And it's really not a hard concept to me. It's kind of relatively obvious what's going on, and there's a lot of people that talk about it. I just want to be one more voice, in the conversation. I think everybody should talk about it, and the more we talk about it, the more other people will be encouraged to talk about it, and I think that's cool. So no problems. Other than that, man, I guess I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's all I really want to say. So I'm gonna leave it at that. It's getting dark. Like I said, I didn't have much sunlight, so I'm kind of glad it kind of rushed me a little bit. I could probably take this whole conversation on for like a couple hours, but I think that's a good overview. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and thank you guys for listening. I'm out.